Hey everybody, thanks for tuning back into Crypto Mainly. My name's Lee. Thank you ever so much for liking and subscribing. My subscribers are gradually creeping up. As I've said before, guys, this is a new channel, so please don't be put off by the fact that there's only 255 subscribers to the channel. It's only just a month old, and I'm very happy with the way things are going. So thank you ever so much. Also happy with the female population. So 30% plus of the subscribers on the channel are female. So that's really great. I'm really pleased with that. So obviously, you tend to get a male population with the crypto world. So welcome, ladies. Thank you very much. Please do feel free to give us some feedback down in the comments below, positive or negative, and I'll look forward to reading those from you. Let's jump straight into the content today. Okay, so Bitcoin, we were in this, you can see that there is a rising channel here, and unfortunately Bitcoin was sort of trying to sneak up in price, lost a bit of momentum, and then obviously we saw here, you can see that there's a topping pattern here where you had a series of highs and then a series of lower highs. The pressure obviously became downward. We lost the support, we had a bit of a bounce, and now we've lost the support and come back down to the lows. I don't think this is going to be the the lowest that we see. I'll show you for why. I think that actually what's happened now is we've got a bounce up. This 28,800 level here is a key level, as we've been talking about for some time now. When we look at the the spike low from the summer in July 2021, we'll see if I just look at the, maybe it's clear on the daily. Yeah, so this figure here, 28,805. So 28,805 is the spike low from the summer the summer last year. So June 21 basically. So that's why we're watching that level. That's why it's marked off on this chart as an area to watch. And it is significant, as you can see. It took a strong bounce when it hit that level in the summer last year. But now, as you can see, we've come down to that level. We've taken a bit of a bounce here. We're coming back up. We're actually retesting the breakdown. This breakdown resistance now, which was support all the way up, as you can see. So here, and here, and here, and obviously now it's coming up, and it looks like it's retesting that and rejecting from that level. So what I'm looking for is basically to be carrying out a short on this position. So I will be looking to short this. So stop loss is going to be above that level here. So above this level here. So you can see in the red area there, the red price here is where the stop will be. So there's been an update on TradingView. So it's for some reason you've got this gap here now between the price bar and the actual color there, which is a little bit off-putting. But you can see on there that's going to be the stop. So stop's above this level here, and I'm going to be looking for actually the I've drawn a fib, as you can see, from the bottom to the top there, and I can see us coming back down to retest somewhere between the 78.6 and the 88.6. But I'm going to go with a sensible stop on there. So I'm going to go to the 61.8. Okay, so this is from the measure from the high to the low. The 61.8. We nearly came down to that level already, and now we've come up. We're going to take a rejection, so there is a chance. It's actually more likely that we'll come down lower. So in actual fact, I'm going to put the target down there at the 78.6, which is so the green figure there, 27,713. You've got an entry of around sort of 30,300. So sort of anywhere where we are now, really. And then a stop loss at 30,875. So this is a trade that I'm going to take. Please do your own research. That's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Just showing you what I'll be doing and how I'll be tackling this, because I do think we'll reject from here. I don't think we'll break down below these lows down the bottom of this right the way down to the bottom of this wick. I think we'll come down, really scare the life out of some of the people, some of the bulls in the space. But as I did say, several times over the last couple of videos, I do think over the next few days we will see spike lows below, this low. You can see actually on the, we talked about this price here, 28,800. You will note actually that yes, they closed at I think it was 28,670. So it did actually close ever so slightly below that. Which is a little bit of a concern. It does appear that price is trying to just punch its way down through the support. So it is a little bit concerning. But as I've said previously, I think as long as we are, I think the majority of the price is going to be inside this small blue triangle. But I do think we are going to get spike lows down. And you can see here that this wick low here. The very wick low there, that is the blue price there, so that's 26,600 for round numbers. That's the low, which I think that if we start to see prices close below that, then I think we're going to end up really being in a bit of trouble. But I'm not sure that's going to happen. I do see price bouncing around in this area before we get the bullish breakout. But that 26,600, guys, if we start to see candle body closes below that, then just be very careful and protect yourselves accordingly, because that would suggest that we are going to actually see those lower 22 to 24,000 levels sooner rather than later. Those of you that have watched my videos will know that I think that we are going to continue to bounce in this area here. We are going to get a bullish breakout. We'll have to see what happens at 33,000. There's going to be a little bit of a battle there. But if we do manage to break out, if and when we do, I do actually think that we are going to come up to the bullish, the bull market support band, which is currently between 39 and 40,000. And I think we'll actually bounce along the top of the bull market support band, get everybody's hopes up that the bull run is back on. Maybe even then come up and actually test the 200-day moving average, which you can see on here, is coming down. It is coming down quite rapidly, but currently the orange figure there is the orange line here at 44,700. That is coming down. I can see it coming down to being a little bit above the bull market support band. Us bouncing along the bull market support band, get everybody's hopes up, maybe even being above the bull market support band for as much as sort of 4 weeks. Everyone thinking, well, it's got to be holding now. It's been above there for such a long time, and then actually attacking the 200 moving average, and then us getting the rolling over towards the end of the year. Sort of September tends to be a bad month, much like May, really, in traditional markets and in crypto. So I wouldn't be surprised to us seeing that correction happening actually in September, which actually would be a little bit ahead of time. According to sort of the market cycle, the measures would suggest it's going to be October, November time that we see the prices coming down. But when you think of Q4s generally in crypto are very good and September's quite bad, I could see us perhaps dropping down, getting the capitulation to the low, to the low 20s in September time. If we look where September is at the bottom here, if we look where September is, I can see us, doing something like this where, we break out, we come up above the bull market support band, we bounce along, we then have an attack at the 200 moving average, which will start to level off. We maybe even get above the 200-day moving average just for a short period of time. And perhaps that will be the rejection point where you've got, this high here is, that purple dotted line is 46,800. So maybe it'll pierce through the 200-day moving average, just come up against that, which obviously you can see as significant resistance here. And we get that significant resistance again. And then we get, a cooling off, and the pricing coming back down somewhere sort of in September time. So we get like a sell-off here into September. Maybe a further consolidation in the low 20s. Sorry, that's not drawn very well. So coming down to the low 20s. So we'll sort of continue down here to the low 20s, and we'll get consolidation, perhaps then into the back end of the year, and then after that, that's when we'll get the run up, which obviously won't be as steep as that, but you get the idea. the summer will be very nice. It'll be quite sideways action from Bitcoin throughout June, July, August. With some nice positive price action from the alts. We'll then get the rejection coming back down into the back end of the year, and then we'll get the turnaround. And obviously, then from the back end of this year, from November time, that will be the sort of the sort of 16-month lead up to the halving, which would be sort of back into bullish territory as far as the 4-year cycles go. So I can see that this makes sense, that we get a nice summer alt season, some positive price action. We roll over towards the back end of the year, and then obviously we then start to, this will be very gradual, but a very slow then build up to the May 2024 halving, and new all-time highs and things happening at or around the halving would make sense to me, particularly on some of the analysis which I've done on the halving cycles. So I'll put a link to those videos at the end of this one so that you can have a look at those if you're interested in the mid to long term projection stuff that I've put together. So just looking at the other this chart now, this is the Wyckoff one, which we've been looking at for a while. We are still in this lower area, as you can see. Once you get the spring here, you do tend to get a consolidation area in this spring, which is phase C. I do think we are in phase C now. You can see clearly, this lines up perfectly. You've got the PS there, the SC spike at the bottom here. You've got the AR at the top there. The ST, I think, is actually this very shallow, this little shallow move here, and then obviously you get a try higher, and then obviously you get this peak here to this peak here. You then get the lows of this range here. So ST in phase B is this part here. Then we get a spike up to try and attempt new highs, roll over, create new lows, go for a consolidation. So it's very clear that this is a Wyckoff accumulation, and that's a good thing for the market cycle as where we are. That it would suggest that we are about to get some very nice positive action once this this consolidation area, phase C, is completed. We will see this nice action going positive into the summer, which is what I'm expecting. So just looking at this is the CME chart, guys, and you'll see that there is a gap up to about 36,000, just under 36,000. You'll see there the top number 35,925, but you'll see there is a CME gap above us. It does, obviously, that would make sense that we go up and fill that gap, and the momentum, I think, will take us above. We will likely, once we've filled the gap, is get some movement downward again. So do expect that once the gap's filled, we will probably get a strong rejection, possibly put in a new a higher high. So you've got lows and higher lows here. Then hopefully break the neckline, come up, retest, and then go up into the low 40s, which is where we'll see that bounce along the top of the of the bull market support band. I mean, lots of different things that you look at on the charts do all add up to the same thing. So there is confluence in a number of different charts. But for now, guys, short term, just be prepared. I do think we are going to be headed down to the to mid to low 27,000. And then obviously, we'll have to look to see what happens there, and hopefully that will be just sorry, just a retest of the lows and just a spike low that I was talking about, that I was expecting. I don't think that maybe that may not be the only one. We may get another one further, sort of back end towards the end of the month. So we'll get perhaps this one comes down here, we'll come up, we'll maybe do some more consolidation, come back down, and then have another. Another stab at the lows towards the end of the month, and then we'll take off. So something like this, where we come down, we come up to the highs here, we get some consolidation, and then we get a spike low. I don't quite know what happened there. A spike low towards the end, towards the end of the end of the month, and obviously, and that would that would likely retest this sort of low range here. So I wouldn't be surprised at all to see that, guys. But lots can happen. You know what crypto is like. Anything can happen. And as we've seen with Luna, literally anything can happen. Nobody expected to see that. So just be careful, guys. Whilst we are, looming around these lower regions, if this support does suddenly give out and we do get a huge dip down, just be prepared that is something which is possible. But I just wanted to share what I think is going to happen and what's more likely. So thanks ever so much for listening, guys. Look forward to speaking to you again tomorrow. Always remember, take profits and buy something real. Take care now, and I'll see you again tomorrow.